Hola Gemini, Sun, Sagittarius, Moons. Welcome to your 2020 Sun Moon reading. When you view it is when you're meant to see it. It does not matter the time of year. I'm doing them in order of requests in the comments. Be sure to post up your requests. And while you're waiting for your request to be done, go check out my 2019 Sun Moon readings, which are still in my playlist. First portion of this reading, we will go over the traits of your Sun Moon combination. I will then lay out the main cards. We'll take a quick look at your 2020. Second portion of this reading will be the deeper interpretation with clarifiers in the Vimeo link below. Click on that and it'll take you where you need to go. I'll be dividing the year up into 4 separate sectors. So let's see what's going on for Gemini Sun, Sagittarius Moons in regards to your combination. So you guys are super creative, you're very perceptive, and you have a lot of enthusiasm. This would be awesome if it wasn't for the fact that it takes so much work to keep you guys aligned, to keep you guys straight. A lot of your things, a lot of ideas and creativity that you have, your creative goals that you have kind of don't end up happening because you don't have any patience, you don't have any common sense, and sometimes you have a need to be a little bit too rebellious, and sometimes that ends up in wasted efforts. You do not like to be boxed in by rules or regulations in any way, because one of the things that you guys really like is freedom. When it comes to anything that's a boring situation, like a job, like a classroom setting, like a what do they call it? I forget what it's called. Like a speaker or something like that, or a talk, you just try to avoid it at all costs. You want to go where the excitement is, you want to go where the adventure is, you want to find out everything that life has to offer, you want to experience all the exciting stuff that's out there, and it doesn't matter if you're going to make mistakes, that just adds to your experience. You need to explore things, you need to discover things by exploring things, and this is what makes you, can make you an incredible intellectual because of this, because what you discover while you go on your journey, okay? There is an impulsiveness and immaturity about you, so you need to kind of catch yourself when you're doing that. And some of this is because when you're looking at stuff, shiny objects is what I get. Like, you see something, it's a shiny object, it kind of mesmerizes you, and then, like I said, you can be impulsive and immature in regards to how you react to this shiny object. You're always an optimist, you always look on the bright side. You do tend to have a very short memory, so you don't remember things. Long-term stuff really isn't your gig, or remembering stuff that's long-term. You like to keep interest in projects like forever moving. You don't like to conform to the traditional. Anything that's like part of traditional or establishment isn't anything you're interested in. You guys are very rebellious, very exotic. Excitement is what keeps you moving. And again, very impulsive. You guys don't have no problem, and sometimes people will find you being like really into something, and all of a sudden you'll drop that and be like, okay, well that was great, but look at that. I want that now. Again, shiny objects. You really need to learn to concentrate. You really need to work on self-discipline in 2020, because if you can do this, you can direct your energy and your skills you have in a wonderful kind of way, and it can actually end up being productive instead of just kind of going around and doing a little bit here and a little bit there. Try to align yourself with earth signs. They're very organized. They have a plan. They're really good managers. So you might need to have a good friend or work under somebody who's like this in order to become more productive. Okay. Try not to get too restless. Try to work on organization in 2020. If you don't work on this, you're going to have a hard time realizing your plans, making things happen, and there's going to be a lot of mistakes, disasters, and mishaps that go along with them. So really try to concentrate on that. You guys could be incredible scientists, inventors. You could get into the academic field somehow. Wonderful philosophers. If you kind of figure out how to get some control under yourself, you guys have the ability to do anything because you have that incredible energy. So, Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Gemini Sun, Sagittarius Moons for 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know? Gemini Sun, Sagittarius Moons. What do you see? What do they need to know? To reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine in the year 2020. Any messages you have would be appreciated, and we thank you. What do you see January, February, March for Gemini Sun, Sagittarius Moons? January, February, March. Gemini, Sun, Sagittarius, Moons, you have the Chariot. April, May, June, we have the King of Swords in the reversed. Also, keep in mind I'm on the Instant Go app. If you have a question you'd like to ask me, I could turn it in 24 hours. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Insta. Please like, share, subscribe, and/or considering donating in the box below. Judgment card in reverse you have for July, August, September. And then, of course, if this reading resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. My email is on this page. Okay. And click on the Vimeo link below for the clarifiers. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. So the year starts off really great. And then what we kind of talked about astrologically is what's kind of happening the rest of the year. Okay. So really, really work on coming up with a plan and organizing, slowing your mind down. Focusing on one thing instead of trying to get everything done. I think that's going to be super important for you guys in 2020 as I talk at the lightest speed at the speed of light. How funny is that? Okay, so the beginning of the year, you're coming in 2020 saying, I have goals, I have ambitions, nothing's going to stand in my way. It's going to be all about me and what I want to do. I'm going to get there, and this is how I'm going to do it. You don't see anything from point A to point B, and your momentum getting there is going to be very determined, okay? The wheels are going to be going in order for you to get there. Now, this is the card of Cancer, if that resonates for you. As you go into April, May, June, we have this King of Swords in reversed. This is where I want you to be careful, because I'm aligning this with kind of you. You start off with the Chariot, that's great. King of Swords is when you start getting a little bit using your mental power to win. Winning becomes very important for you during this period of time, and I feel like you're going to do anything you can to do so. That can involve, manipulating people mentally, conning people, maybe sometimes being a little bit temperamental, being a little bit of a loose cannon. It wouldn't be out of your realm for you to play mind games of some sort. So it seems like whatever you're kind of determined to do, it gets kind of out of hand, and you're really focused on getting this, but how you're going about getting it, I don't like it very much, okay? I feel like if you slow yourself down and you get a better plan, it could work out. Now, I will say this could flip-flop. This could be somebody that you're exposed to or is in your perimeter in April, May, June that you have to deal with. But I'm just going to say that I'm strongly feeling that it's you all. Be careful of that, because July, August, September, I feel like people are going to judge you and criticize you for this. Okay, for whatever behaviors you did here in order to reach your goals. Now I think that people are just kind of like, and you're not being judged fairly. I mean, I feel like people, like I said, are being overly judgy, overly critical, and it's really starting to affect you. I mean, you're starting to almost be like, wow, did I really do that? Did I really behave like that? Is that what they really think? And maybe you're starting to hear stuff internally about things, or maybe it's having some effect on you, but I'm concerned that it might be a little too late, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse, which says that everything kind of changes for the worse, and now it's entirely out of your control. There's really nothing you can kind of do about it, other than be forced to change your ways of how you've been doing things. Now, for those of you that are going to sit there and say, wow, I thought 2020 was going to be a great year and it sucks, okay, I get that, all right? All of these readings are about planning for hoping for the best and planning for the worst, okay? So, if you're seeing this and it resonates and your tendency is to do this, then why on earth wouldn't you try to pay special attention to it in 2020 and change its course? That's really what these readings are about. These readings are about what is most likely to happen as the energies sit at this time, okay? It's not to say that you can't use free will to alter it, okay? If you do nothing, then this is what is most likely to happen, okay? So that being said, if this resonated, consider a personal reading. Be sure to click on the Vimeo link below. It'll take you to where I'm going to be pulling clarifiers on this. We'll go more into depth. Post up your requests for your 2020 readings. Check out your 2019 Sun Moon readings on my playlist. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and/or donate in the Venmo link below. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.